Hi again everyone, so welcome back to the next chapter of our Christmas novel, which is The Christmasaurus by Tom Fletcher. So tonight we are reading chapter 3. So chapter 3, Santa's Bottom. Have you ever seen a house that's bigger than a school? Santa's house is. Have you ever seen a house that's bigger than a castle? Santa's house is. Have you ever seen a house that's bigger than the moon? Okay, Santa's house isn't quite that big, but it's pretty massive. In your head, imagine the biggest, grandest house you have ever seen. Now imagine it's all made of strong, sturdy wood, like a giant log cabin. Now add a huge twisty turret, 4 small chimney pots puffing out clouds of glittery smoke, 99 windows of brightly coloured glass, and 1 frosted one for Santa's bathroom. Now imagine an enormous front door made of thick chunky pine, with a gleaming door knocker shaped like a snowflake made of solid unbreakable ice. Leading to the door, there's used to be a knobbly cornerstone path, but it's now hard for the elves to walk on it, that Santa has replaced it with a toboggan run. Now the elves zoom up and down to the front door on miniature sledges. On either side of the toboggan run, imagine a sprawling garden, jam-packed full of snow-covered Christmas trees. This is the North Pole Snow Ranch. It's where Santa lives, right at the centre of the North Pole. Snozzletrump and the others lived very close by at the top of the toboggan run path with the elf city, which was about the size of a small human village. There was a large stables for reindeer with triple height ceilings so they could fly inside. The Christmas themed mini golf course, a cinema showing all the greatest Christmas films, a library full of Christmas stories, 4 North Starbucks coffee shops, and ice cream skating rink, which was really just Santa's permanently frozen outdoor swimming pool. Because elves love food so much, especially sweet things, every other shop was either a sweet shop or a bakery. So the air always smelt of warm sugar and fresh crumpets. And there was so much more. It was a fantastic place to live. Suddenly, Snozzletrump, Specklehump, Sparklefoot, Sugar Snout, Starlump, Spud Cheeks, Snowcrumb and Sprout burst in through the enormous wooden front doors of Snow Ranch. They waddled into the central entrance hall, hunched together under the weight of the frozen egg on their backs. "Santa, come quick! Santa, come help! This egg is too heavy!" for North Pole elves, and 8 elves cried out. All of a sudden, the boom boom of heavy footsteps rattled around the entrance hall where the 8 egg-fingered waited. Then the footsteps stopped and there was silence for a moment. Out of nowhere, a huge, heavy man crashed down from the ceiling on a circus trapeze. It was Santa. He always liked to make an entrance. He was the largest man you could ever imagine. Imagine your 2 fattest relatives. It's okay, they won't know you've thought of them. Now imagine that those 2 people are one person. Yep, that's how big Santa was. Not just big, but big-tastic. He was really the size of 50 elves put together. But for a man of such enormous proportions, Santa was surprisingly nimble. He was the fastest runner in the North Hemisphere. He could dance on the tiptoes like a ballerina. He could backflip and somersault like a giant stealth ninja. He once tight-roped walked from the North Pole to the South Pole and halfway back again. He had to get the lift home on the sleigh because of a nasty blister. Santa triple backflipped into a double forward roll across the vast entrance hall and came to an abrupt stop millimetres away from the group of elves. His deep red onesie stretched tightly over his round belly, and he hopped, skipped and tiptoed around them, peering excitedly at what they were carrying on their backs, still hidden under their woolly elf coats. "How exciting," Santa said giggly. "How jolly marvellous." Spiffing, "Oh, what a wonderful sight. Oh, what a wonder. How mysteriously puzzling. You 8 little elfy welfies. What have you here? Can I touch it? Shall we look? Why, I know what this is. Of course, it's obvious. This is what is it?" With that, the elves pulled off their coats and scarves and revealed the shimmering shell of the enormous egg. Said Santa curiously. The elves repeated. "Interesting," Santa whispered through his thick, white, whiskery, twisty moustache. "Very interesting," the elves replied, hoping Santa would next say something that rhymed. "And where is it nesting?" Santa asked, looking rather impressed with himself at managing to find a rhyme. He was usually absolutely rotten at rhyming with the elves, which they found extremely frustrating. "In the ice. It was frozen. It's lucky that it wasn't broken," cried out Sprout. "Crikey," Santa said, looking rather concerned all of a sudden. "If this egg has been frozen down to the ice mines, then it must be very old. Even older than me, and I'm 650, 20, jolly gosh. I seem to have forgotten how old I am." The elves all looked at each other, half excited by the riddle of the old frozen egg, and half concerned that Santa was now starting to talk with absolutely no concern for rhyme at all. "What do we do with an egg that's frozen?" asked Sparklefoot. "Boil it up and crack it open," answered Spudcheeks. Just then the egg gave another whittle wibble wobble. "Boil it up, crack it open," Santa cried. "You're harmy bunch of little twerps. We can't do that. There's something inside this egg. Something's alive. This egg needs to be warmed slowly, cared for, loved. This egg needs its mother to sit on it, like a mother hen sits on her eggs." He looked around the room as if hoping to see some sort of giant hen that could sit on top of the egg and warm it up. "But Santa, this egg has no mum. It needs someone else's bum," said Snozzletrump, who tried to use words like bum or bottom as much as possible. "Golly jingle bells, you're right," Snozzletrump said Santa. "But whose bottom is big enough to warm up this frozen egg?" And with that, the elves broke into song and went something like this. "This egg needs warming up by someone's bum, but an elf's backside is a tiny one. If every elf puts his bottom on the egg would freeze their bottoms instead. So if an elf can't sit on it, that's a silly idea. An elf can't do it, it would take a whole year. If an elf can't do it, there must be someone else, someone much bigger than a North Pole elf." The elves finished their song and danced on their knees, pointing their fingers at Santa, looking at him with hopeful eyes. "Me?" Santa said. "I can't sit on that egg. It's almost Christmas time. There's so much planning to be done, and packing and wrapping." Santa hesitated, but deep down he knew what needed to be done. And he knew that he was the only person to do it. His elves would take care of all the Christmas preparations. All he needed to do was park his giant jolly warm bottom on top of the frozen egg. So that's exactly what he did. There we go. So join me tomorrow night for the next chapter of A Christmasaurus. Bye.